Welcome back to the Football Live podcast. In today's episode, we're going to break down playoff predictions and also talking about some of the firings of the coaches. Without further ado, do you guys want to get into the NFC wildcard or NFC wildcard?
I think more intrigue is in the AFC, so we can start with the NFC first.
Mm-hmm. All right, NFC wildcard. So obviously the Packers have the bye week, but the 2 seed are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they face off against the Philadelphia Eagles. Tampa, this one, are we giving by how much? How many? 14, 10, or 7 or whatever?
I'm gonna take Tampa, but I'm gonna take Tampa by 4. I think this is gonna be a closer game than people think, because here's the thing: the thing with Tampa is they do not play well against teams that have zone read. It's going to be iffy, but I think this game is going to be closer than people think. Obviously, the Bucs, I still feel the Bucs are going to win, but if there's a chance for an upset, it could happen. It could happen. Don't get me wrong, because Jalen Hurts could go wild, but he doesn't have enough targets. But I will say the Bucs defense is horrid, so anything can happen, but I'm still going to take the Bucs, but I don't think it'll be as big as people think. I'm going to take Bucs by 4.
I know that last year we had the whole Washington versus Buccaneers in the first round also, but this season I just think that the Eagles have not beaten a playoff team all season. I think they've beaten technically one winning team, which is at the very beginning of the year. But I just really think that the Bucs just kind of take them here. I'm gonna say I don't want to go by too much, but I'll say by 8 to 10 points in that range. I think it could end up being a 1-possession game, if not barely 2, so by 10 or something. But the Bucs without Chris Godwin, I think I want to say who is it? I think it was Shaq Barrett who came off of the COVID list today, but I'm not too sure if he will be playing, but probably he will be. But I just really don't think that the Eagles have any threats against this Bucs defense, nor do the Eagles defense have against the Bucs offense. So I'm gonna take the Bucs here.
I said Bucs. I'll probably go Bucs by 7. And then 3 seed, the Rams going against the Cardinals. I think this is gonna be tough, bro. I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Wait, 3 seed? The Rams aren't the 3 seed. The Rams are the 4
seed. Sorry. The 4 seed. Sorry. The 4 seed. The Rams against Cardinals. I'll probably go Rams. The amount of points, I think this will be fairly close. But although their previous matchup, I think Sean McVay had a great game plan against the Cardinals, and I think the Cardinals have gotten exposed a couple of games. But I'm gonna go Rams by 4. I think it's gonna be a fairly close game, especially with the way they've been playing. A lot of their games have been close.
Hudson, you can go first. I want to hear what you say.
Yeah, okay. I want to go first here because I don't want to I don't want to be known as a person that copied or somebody, but I'm going with an upset here. I'm taking the Cardinals. I know that this game is in LA, but I just have some type of feeling with the Rams. The way that Stafford has been playing the last couple weeks, throwing 3 picks against the Vikings. Now, don't get me wrong. If he goes off against Arizona and they blow them out, then I could be wrong. I definitely think I could be wrong, but just trying to make an upset pick here, and I think if there's any types of upsets in this first round of the playoffs, I do think that the Patriots have a fair chance, but I think it may be in this game, just seeding-wise, record-wise, that stuff. I think the Cardinals take down the Rams in division rival. The Rams got swept by the 49ers this year. They lost versus them in overtime last year, and I'm pretty sure that they were winning that game. They were going for that game as if it was on the line of getting home field advantage, because they didn't know that the Cardinals lost to the Seahawks. They didn't know that. They were just assuming that the Cardinals would win, and that they needed this game to win the division, and obviously they lost in overtime. So they were just lucky that Russell Wilson and the Seahawks were able to clutch up and beat Arizona. But I'm going to be taking the Cardinals here, and I'll say by 3. I think it'll be a close game, but Kyler Murray and the Cardinals pull away with the win.
Is D-Hop healthy?
What was that?
D-Hop, he's playing?
Should be.
He should be playing this week.
They said that he would be back for the playoffs, but actually, they said I'm pretty sure what they said was that he would be back for like the NFC Championship if he came
Hold on,
back.
hold on. Let me look it up right now. He suffered a torn MCL. He will be out the rest of the regular season. Okay, here's the thing.
Hey, Dad, you want to invite some friends over to watch the game?
Nope. Okay, so here's what it says. It says that he is expected to miss the rest of the regular season, but has a chance to return if the Cardinals advance deep into the playoffs. So that means he will
He's
Yeah.
not. He's not. I don't think he's playing.
Schefter said that he could be ready to come off injury reserve if the Cardinals advance to the NFC Championship game, so that he won't play. I
He
guess.
probably won't play. Yeah, and that makes the receiving core a little bit tame, if you ask me.
It does. Christian Kirk, though, has been stepping up tremendously with
He's
DeAndre
good.
Hopkins out.
He's good. AJ Green, I think, is not the same player he was. I like the Ertz pickup, but I don't know. Rams.
Okay. So this is probably going to be, and since it's going to be on a primetime stage because nobody else.
Oh yeah.
This is the one game of the day. Everybody's going to be amped up for this game. It's in LA. But here's what's going to happen. Sean McVay is going to come up with a great game plan. He's going to run the football right up the middle with Sony Michel and Cam Akers, and the Cardinals are going to have no answer. I'm going to go Rams by 10. I really don't think this game will be that close.
Cam Akers is back.
Huh?
He is.
I forgot Cam Akers. I'm gonna go by
Cam
7.
Akers
I forgot Cam Akers is back. I'm gonna go by touchdown by 7.
I think the Rams are going to win by 10. It could be even more, in fact. They're going to run the ball with Sony Michel, and if the run game gets going, Stafford's going to play action, and then you got Cooper Kupp and OBJ and Tyler Higbee, who's been rolling as of recently. So I expect the Rams' potent offense to take over, and I expect their defense to do just enough to stop Kyler Murray. So I think I'm going to take Rams by 10.
Forget Van Jefferson.
Oh, Van Jefferson's good too, yeah, but
Yeah,
Higbee has been his primary target as of recent.
Yeah, yes. I know last game, 49ers and Cowboys. I'm gonna go Cowboys. I really don't think it's gonna be that close. I'm gonna go Cowboys by 10 plus. Like, I think the 49ers are okay. I'm still not convinced on Jimmy Garoppolo. I think Eagles Samuel their most important player, and I think if the Cowboys find a way to shut him down, I think Jimmy could be in some trouble. I know Brandon Ayuk had a great game against the Rams. I don't think he's as consistent as what he needs to be. He has like on and off games. Elijah Mitchell's been really good though. Shout out to him. Apart from like when he's been injured, he's had a pretty good season, especially for a rookie. So I'm still gonna go Cowboys by like 10 plus. I just think with the amount of weapons that they have and their defense has been picking it up. Not picking it up. They've been really good. So I'm gonna go Cowboys.
Go ahead, Hudson. I'll let you go.
Sure. Barring any possible upsets here, I think this will be the first game. Actually, never mind. I forgot there's games on Saturday. This Sunday afternoon game, 49ers Cowboys in Dallas. I really don't think that there's anything the 49ers are going to be able to do. Now, I'm not sure. Are we going to be doing also divisional picks this episode or after the wild card?
No, we're just going to give our full all-out predictions and Super Bowl champs, and then we'll recap every single week, I feel.
Okay, sounds good, yeah, because I think divisional round, there may be a bit of an upset, including Dallas, but I have them beating the 49ers here. I think there's nothing really standing in their way with San Fran and Jimmy Garoppolo, who I really don't fully trust. I mean, I know he's been nice recently, but I just don't think he's going to be able to do much against this Dallas defense, who's been stepping up tremendously behind Parsons and Trevon Diggs. So it's been fun watching this Cowboys team this season.
Okay. I can't wait for this game. This is going to be arguably, I think it's going to be the second best game of the weekend. But yeah, you know what? It's time to take an upset. I'm going Arizona by 3.
San Francisco.
Sorry, San Francisco by 3. My bad. San Francisco. Here's the thing about San Francisco. Okay, they have something that can offset Dallas, and that's better coaching. Kyle Shanahan will run circles around Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy in the playoffs always finds a way to let down his team, and it's going to happen this year. And I just have a feeling in the wild card, Deebo Samuel, Elijah Mitchell, Jeff Wilson, George Kittle. I just have a feeling they're going to be too much for Dallas. And I think the 49ers defense would do just enough. It's going to be, I have a feeling it's going to be a shootout a little bit. I'm going to go San Francisco by 3. Should be on the lines of something like 34-31 San Francisco. They're going to run the ball all over Dallas with their potent run attack. And they're going to win this game. I just have this feeling it's going to happen because Dallas always, when expectations are high, they always let you down, and they will find a way to let all their fans down this weekend. So I'm taking San Francisco by 3.
And I don't want to say you're wrong for saying you have this type of feeling because you said you had some type of feeling that the Steelers were going to make the playoffs, and
I told you, son of a bitches. I told
even
you.
though that was complete bullshit.
No,
yeah.
no, it was not bullshit. I told you. I told you.
Literally, Brandon Staley had playoffs in his hands.
Not my problem.
I mean, I honestly
I
thought
told you.
that
What did I tell you guys? Suha said Big Ben.
To be fair, like in my defense, I thought Lamar was playing. I think if Lamar played, the Ravens would have won. But I mean, yeah, credit to the.
Oh, you said they were going to lose to the Browns though, and they beat Cleveland too.
No, I didn't say they were going to lose to the Browns. I said they were going to lose to the Ravens.
The Ravens won though. Anyways, the Ravens won.
Did
they?
Well, no, the Ravens didn't win, bro. Are you? If the Ravens won, then the Ravens would be in there, not the Steelers.
Yeah, because the Chargers lost. Yeah, the Ravens would have made it.
And can we talk
the Ravens
about?
would have won that game. They would have been in because the Chargers.
Can we talk about the Colts? You guys are super high. You guys are super high on Carson Wentz, and I told y'all, man, he's not as good as y'all think he is.
I don't want to say I was super high, but if you guys were considering that I said,
high, bro, both of you guys said some crazy stuff about Carson Wentz. He is not that good.
I mean, if you consider that I thought Wentz could be an MVP candidate and that the Colts could be Super Bowl candidates, if you consider that high, then sure.
Shout out to Sark. He said it perfectly. Carson Wentz is literally Baker Mayfield without progressive commercials. That's literally what he is. He's nothing special.
Look, man, Carson Wentz did let me down, but I'll tell you what, okay? Suhas's MVP was missing on Sunday. MIA.
You know what? I watched that whole game. Literally, the Jaguars had the perfect game plan. Literally stacked the box against Jonathan Taylor. Carson Wentz is useless because he doesn't. Literally, all the coach relied on for literally thought the whole season was Jonathan Taylor because Carson Wentz could not build him out because he's not that QB. So
look, man,
one time they stopped their offensive.
I don't want to say this is all.
That's literally why he's the MVP. He's the MVP because he's literally the most valuable piece.
The MVP doesn't run for 77 yards in a must-win game.
He was literally
MVP
bro. He couldn't have done
anything. Yards in a must-win game.
But he couldn't have done anything. Did you see the amount of people that they were saying at him? It was really blitzes like every 2 seconds. They were literally taking the chance on Carson Wentz throwing, and he threw 2 picks.
I want to say this is not on Carson Wentz. Okay, that defense gave up so much to Trevor Lawrence. I think Lawrence started out 16 of 18 passing. Like, if you do that, if you allow that, you're not winning the game. Period. You're not. If you allow a quarterback to throw for to have a completion percentage of almost 90%, you're not winning that football game. You are not winning.
No, their defense is letting them down. I'm saying Wentz was the biggest reason on offense. How do you underthrow a 20-yard pass, bro? He underthrew.
I don't know. I don't know. But then again, I'm not going to give him a pass. But I will say he did have COVID about a week and a half ago. So I'm not. It's not an excuse. But But the entire Colts team, like, I could not believe that. I just couldn't believe it, man. Because I did say though I had a feeling Jacksonville was gonna win this game. And,
but none of us. We all had the Colts. We all had the Colts in the playoffs.
We did have the Colts in the playoffs because we thought they were going to beat the Raiders. But guess what? Yeah. They didn't even do that. So I mean,
All
I don't
right.
know, man. A disappointing season, a disappointing end, but this Colts team still has a lot of talent. They have 7 Pro Bowlers for a reason. They'll be back next season. Good to go.
Back now, wait to watch Hard Knocks.
Mm.
Oh yeah, the in-season one.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be crazy. That last 2 weeks. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are we going through NFC or are we just going? Are we just gonna do wild card? Are we just gonna go round by round or finish
We'll just go
NFC?
round by round. So yeah, we'll move to the AFC now.
All right, AFC. Obviously, tons have the bye week. Chiefs versus Steelers. I'm going Chiefs by 14. Maybe even Chiefs by more than that. I
14.
might as well just had Patrick Mahomes. You might as well have had the Chiefs have a bye week, bro. Like no, I do not want to see 41-year-old Ben Roethlisberger. He was prepared for the season, and too. I know he didn't expect his team to make playoffs. He was crying in Heinz Field and everything. So, yeah, I have the Chiefs by 14 plus.
All right, Hudson.
Yeah, this is basically the Chiefs are basically hosting Ben Roethlisberger's retirement ceremony at Arrowhead this weekend. And I'm kind of disappointed that this is the 8:15 game because I would like it to be basically any other game than this one because this is
It would
probably
have
going
been
to be
so good if it was Justin Herbert against Patrick Mahomes.
It would have been, oh my, yeah, exactly. Would it have been though if the
It
Chargers?
would have been.
If the
It
Chargers
would have been
won,
if they tied. It would have been Derek Carr.
Oh, it would have been Derek Carr. I mean, still, Derek Carr has been unbelievable.
Derek Carr. I mean, I think that the Raiders versus Bengals game is going to be really good. Still, but I think that the Chiefs should win by literally 30. The Steelers don't have anything left in them. Ben Roethlisberger was sleeping during this game. He didn't even realize that they made the playoffs. Neither did Mike Tomlin. So they found out the next day. So obviously they're not even prepared to play in this game. I'm taking the Chiefs by 30.
30. Let me tell you guys something, okay? In this league,
Yeah.
it is
Here
very
goes the Steelers
hard.
way.
Steelers super fan.
Let me tell you something, okay?
No.
In this league, it is very hard to beat a team twice. Okay? And all the media, all the fans, they all expect the Chiefs to blow out the Steelers. The line is at The line is at 13, minus 13 Chiefs right now. I think the line will be at minus 17. The line is at minus
13?
The line is minus
That means
13.
my prediction is perfect. I have 14. Okay.
The line is at minus 13. I expect the line to be at minus 16 to 17 by the end of the week. But you know what? This game, Sunday night prime time, Big Ben's, what should be Big Ben's last game. It'll be closer than people think. I'm still gonna take the Chiefs.
Okay.
I am still taking the Chiefs by 3 points, but this game will be closer than people think. Because Pittsburgh will not go away. They will not go away. They could have given up during that Ravens game. They could have just given up. They were down 10-3 in the third quarter, punting to Baltimore. They could have given up. But you know what? They didn't. Okay, this Steelers team does not give up. T.J. Watt and Minka Fitzpatrick are a problem. In fact, I'm going to say it right now. I would not be surprised if they beat Kansas City in Arrowhead on Wildcard Weekend. Just don't be shocked by it at all, because
I'd be shocked.
They're being ruled out of this contest. Nobody thinks they stand a chance.
You know why? He's not going
They
against
don't.
not going against Tyler Huntley and Baker Mayfield.
Okay, you can say that. Yes, they're going up against Patrick Mahomes.
Tyler Huntley had the easiest touchdown to throw. He floated the ball into the end zone. They were about to win the game if he threw that. It got picked off.
Okay, again, you guys think this game is going to be a blowout, and I'm going to hammer all my money. Well, not all my money, but I will hammer a certain amount on Pittsburgh plus 13. I just think that's too many points in a playoff game. Like y'all are. I don't know, but Kansas City will still win. But do not be shocked if Pittsburgh wins.
We saw what happened the first time.
Okay, but that means absolutely nothing. It was a regular season game in which not much preparation is done. Okay, in a playoff game, you observe more, you pay more attention to detail, and Pittsburgh will be ready. They will fight. They will fight all day with Kansas City. I promise you, it'll be a close game, but Kansas City will still win by 3. But I wouldn't be surprised if Pittsburgh won this game at all.
All right, let's go to Raiders versus Hudson, you gave it pick. Bengals. I think it's gonna be a great game. I want to hear you guys' predictions. I have mine in mind already, but I want to hear your guys' predictions. I think this is gonna be a really good game.
Hudson, go first.
You said Cincy, Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Bengals in this game. I know that the Raiders had. I mean, I just want to say quickly, like, shout out to Derek Carr for keeping this team under control. You lose your head coach when you're like 3-1 or 3, like whenever. It was early season. You're off to a great start going 3-0, pulling out a couple upsets, having crazy games like week 1, the game against like the Ravens, I think, or right, week 1 was the game against the Ravens that went to like overtime. Week 2 was actually, I think that was the game. I don't know. They started out 3-0 with like 2 overtime games in the first 3 weeks, and you lose your head coach. You have this interim head coach. You lose your top young receiver in Henry Ruggs to jail, and then I don't want to say stuck with a bad team, because I mean the interim head coach did well, but I think they're still going to be looking for a new head coach this offseason. And you lose your top receiver. Obviously, that's going to hurt you, but Derek Carr was able to keep this team together, give himself an MVP candidate type season, and lead this Raiders team into the playoffs, where now I think Joe Burrow is going to absolutely torch them and they will get thrown right out. But Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, C.J. Uzomah, T. Higgins, Joe Mixon, I don't know who's stopping that offense, along with the number 1 pick from the 2020 NFL draft. It's been tough for any team to stop them all season. Even the Chiefs couldn't stop them. It's going to be fun next week to see them versus, I don't want to say just yet, but if they do advance, it'll be a fun game versus, I think it'll be the Titans they would go against. So that would be a really fun matchup to watch, Tannehill versus Burrow, with those offenses battling it out. But this first one here, I think, could be a shootout. I wouldn't be surprised if this became a shootout between Carr and Burrow. Carr and Burrow. 2 great teams that I think have potential to be. This could be a great game, but I'm gonna go with the Bengals here by 7.
I have Joe Brrr winning this game. Joe Brrr is about to put on a show. Raiders defense can't guard diddly squat. I'm just being frank. The Raiders defense cannot guard diddly squat. How many 4th downs did the Chargers convert on Sunday night?
I want to say like 7.
Oh,
I don't know.
How do you allow a 4th and 21?
It was 19 plays on that drive by Herbert.
How do you allow a 4th and 21?
It's ridiculous.
Unbelievable. The Raiders. I will give Derek Carr some serious credit. He played a terrific game. But I just think that Joe Brrr and Jamar Chase, Joe Shiesty, is about to put on a show. Joe Mixon's going to be running the ball crazy, and it's going to be a very high-scoring game, but I'm going to take the Bengals 38-31 by 7.
I had the Bengals by 7, but I didn't have that high of a scoring game. It was in the 20s for me. I don't know if Joe Mixon's going to be running crazy, because the Raiders did a very good job on Austin Eckler. But they cannot guard a single thing as far as receivers. You let Mike Williams have 119 yards on you, Jamar Chase, imagine what he's going to do.
Yeah.
So, Jamar Chase is going to have a field day, bro. Jamar Chase is going to win them this game. He's going to show why he's a top 10 receiver like he did last game the Bengals just played. So, yeah, I have Bengals. So, I don't think that much needs to be said about that, but next game, all right, yes, this is a good game. The Patriots versus Bills. I'm pretty sure this is in Buffalo. The Patriots and the Bills have been very good on each other's home turf. Like the Patriots have beaten the Bills on the Bills' home turf, and obviously the Bills will be in the Patriots on their home turf. And in that first matchup, we saw a lot of Damian Harris, but I think Sean McDermott figured them out in the second matchup. I know it wasn't. I'm still gonna go Bills here. I think the Patriots somehow lost to the Dolphins twice, but Mac Jones. There was a call. It was like I don't know. Hudson, you see this? It was like this commentator was like Mac Jones always cool, calm, and collected, and he threw a pick.
Yeah, and then he throws into like double coverage, pick 6.
Yeah. So
I mean, I didn't hear the commentators, but I saw after the game.
but I'm gonna go Bills. I'm gonna go Bills by 10. I don't think it'll be that close. I think it'll be like Patriots might be able to stand a chance, but I don't think they have the receiving weapons to hurt the Bills. I think Stephon Diggs is gonna go crazy. Jackson, people hype up J.C. Jackson. J.C. Jackson is not a good like cover corner. He's very good at getting picks and all that, but I think he can get exposed. I think the Patriots like big shot at winning this if Damian Harris gets involved, and if he does, it could become closer. I'm still taking the Bills though.
Go ahead, Hudson.
Sure, as much as I dislike both of these teams, I do think that the Bills are going to win. They've clearly shown that they are the better team. Despite their early season struggle, they were able to pick it up. Finishing with, I want to say, like 4 straight wins. Because what did they end as again? They are 11-6. Because they were 7-6 before, and we were thinking maybe the Patriots could win this division, but we were able to beat them. Huh? What happened?
They won 4 straight.
Yeah, 4 straight to finish 11-6, winning this division, finishing as whatever seed, 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 2, 3, or 4. But I really think that the Patriots really just don't stand a chance against this team defensively and offensively. It's a rookie quarterback we're talking about, and I know that he's been nice, but when I like really watched the Dolphins game, like week 1, I know he was throwing short. I wasn't like worried or surprised or disappointed at all because it's a rookie quarterback. You're not going to have him throwing the ball 30 yards downfield every play. It's a rookie in the first game, obviously, but this is week 18 now with like a team that was 10-6, leading the AFC in general at one point. And Mac Jones really did not throw the ball that far. And there was there was a couple highlight plays in there, but I mean, there was just a couple plays where there was just awful throws from Mac Jones. There could have been at least 3 different times that we intercepted him, but on his first pass of the game, we intercepted it. Xavier Howard had a pick 6, and it was all just 2-yard curl routes, and he somehow messed that up. But I really just am not going to be able to trust Mac Jones against this top-tier Bills defense, who I don't want to say slaughter them, but I'm kind of going to say that they end up beating them. This time without 50-mile-per-hour winds, I'll say they win by 10.
That's exactly what I wanted to bring up real quick. Let's pull up the 10-day forecast for Buffalo, New York on Saturday. The temperature will be 10 degrees, 2 degrees at night, with winds of 7 miles an hour. At least it's not 30-mile-an-hour winds. So without 30-mile-an-hour winds, I'm going to take Buffalo. They have the better team, in my opinion. The rule is, y'all know what the rule is. Don't bet against Bill Belichick or Nick Saban, but should have bet against Nick Saban yesterday, but we won't talk about that.
I did.
I did not, unfortunately. I'm going to bet against Bill Belichick. I think Buffalo. Well, it's tough to beat a team twice in this league, but I think Devin Singletary has it going right now. Josh Allen has it going as well. So I'm going to take Buffalo by 3. But I could see this game swinging around too. And good thing is this game is on prime time, so it should be a good game to watch. But yeah, I'm gonna take Buffalo.
All right, cool. So, I think we swing back to FC, right? Go through.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's get the Packers involved. The Packers were with the bye week, where they play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What do you guys think?
play Tampa. They would for me it's different. Y'all have something else. No, because remember I had San Francisco winning.
Oh, in this bracket it shows that the winner of Tampa and Philadelphia.
No. The lower seed always plays the number one seed. So whatever the lowest remaining seed always play the number one, and the highest, the other two just play each other. So in Hudson's bracket, Arizona would play Green Bay, and the Rams Arizona would play Green Bay, and then the Cowboys would play the Bucks. And then in my bracket, the 49ers would play.
Hudson and I had the same bracket, right? Hudson, you had
No,
Rams
in my bracket it'll be and I think ours. Well, no, you took the Rams. In mine, it's Packers, Cardinals, and Cowboys, Bucks.
Yeah, we all have Cowboys, Bucks, but it's just whoever's playing the Packers is different.
Also,
it's either the Rams or the Cardinals.
Oh, no,
So
sorry. We don't have Bucks, Cowboys. I'm sorry. I have Rams, Bucks, and
Packers, Niners.
Packers, Niners. Y'all have different brackets.
But then we all have Bills, Chiefs, and Bengals, Titans.
Yeah, the AFC is the one side we're agreeing on.
So far, yeah.
So I guess, Hudson, you want to go first with yours and say who wins both of your games?
NFC?
Yeah, NFC, yeah. Sure, go ahead.
NFC.
All right. Packers, Cardinals here. I think even if the Rams win this game against the Cardinals in the wild card, I really think that the Packers have just shown that they are the best team in the NFC. So I'm going to be taking the Packers here over the Cardinals. I just really don't see any way the Cardinals can beat them. If they do, maybe the Cardinals are the team like the Bucs side, like I had them last year. Where, I don't think so, but I think that the Packers are going to be able to beat the Cardinals, whether they hold them defensively or just outscore them offensively. This could be a great shootout between Aaron Rodgers and Kyler Murray. I doubt DeAndre Hopkins will be back for this game, which will hurt them, but he'll be able to rest till next season. I'm sure there's going to be rumors about him possibly coming back for this game if the Cardinals beat the Rams this weekend, but I'm sure he actually won't. And then on the Cowboys versus Bucs side, this is the upset that I was talking about, back-to-back ones. I'm taking the Cowboys in this one. I know the Bucs. What happened?
You're crazy.
I know the Bucs have Brady. I know that they have a great defense and a great offense. Cyril Grayson was hurt this past weekend. Chris Godwin is not going to be playing for the playoffs, obviously. Mike Evans kind of, injured himself a little bit on this past weekend. I'm pretty sure he would play this weekend and also next weekend or in 2 weeks. But I really don't know if he'll be 100%, and that's not really what I'm going into this. The Cowboys have just shown that they have been such a good team, a great running back core with Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard, a great receiving core, if not the best receiving core actually, with Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, who I think is going to have to step up. Michael Gallup, I guess he's out too. There's another name I'm forgetting. Their tight end is Blake Jarwin or somebody else.
Oh, Schultz.
Oh, Schultz too. Yeah. Dalton Schultz. But I just think that, and also the defense has just been stepping up tremendously. That I don't think that they'll be able to completely stop them, but in a way slow them down. And we saw this is going to be the first game of the season opener rematch. And the Cowboys were a one Tom Brady game-winning drive away from winning that game. They were really close to winning that. I think the Bucs won by like 3 or something. Can't really remember. I know it was the closest hell game that we were on Discord watching that. But I have the Cowboys having the upset here and advancing to the conference championship to play Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
Silas, you go first. I want to hear this.
So, what you guys said is that the lower seed plays the Packers.
Yes, the lowest remaining seed after wild card round plays the Packers.
Well, okay, so I have Cowboys and Packers. And I had the Rams winning, and the Bucs winning, obviously.
Oh wait, no. Then it would
be Rams Packers.
It would be Rams Packers and.
The Cowboys the 4 seed.
No, the Cowboys are the 3 seed.
Cowboys are 3, Rams are 4.
Really?
Yeah.
It says Rams are 2.
No,
Oh,
the
this is
Rams are
before
4.
this
Remember, because they fell this
Oh,
weekend.
this is before. Yeah, this is before the 49ers game. Okay, never mind. Yeah, you're right. The Rams play the Packers, and then the what's it called? The Cowboys play the Bucks. So Hudson, we both have the same one basically. You have Cardinals. So I have. Okay, so
Yeah.
Cowboys Bucks. I'm gonna go Bucks. I think you can never bet against Tom Brady, man. Tom Brady's the GOAT, and yeah, Tom Brady will show again why he's the GOAT. So he's the reason I'm taking them against, and Mike McCarthy sucks. So he's the reason I'm taking them against the Cowboys. Rams Packers is very interesting. I think it could be we played in Lambeau. I'm gonna go with the upset pick here, man. Give me the Rams. I'm not convinced on Packers. You fucking bust their ass, even with their starters in the last week of the season. That doesn't really mean anything, but I'm not really convinced on the Packers. I think they're a solid regular season team, like as they always are. But somehow they always fall in the playoffs. Whether it's not this round, it might be the conference championship. But there's no shot for me that they make Super Bowl run. So I have them losing here because they always find a way to choke in the playoffs.
All right, that's interesting. So my matchups would be the Rams and the Bucks, and the Niners and the Cowboys. I'm sorry, the Niners and the Packers. So I think Green Bay wins. They beat the Niners by 10 plus. In Lambeau Field, you're not beating Aaron Rodgers. I expect them to have a field day. I expect Devontae Adams to go crazy, and I think the Packers will win that by 10 plus. Rams Bucks. I'm going to take the upset. I'm going with the Rams. I think Cooper Kupp will feast all over this team, and the outside run game for the Rams will prove too potent for the Bucks. So I'm going to take, and it should set up Rams Packers in the NFC Championship.
All right, cool. So we get to our NFC Championships. Let's start it off with what you have in the champion. I believe you have Packers Cowboys.
Yep, yeah. In the NFC Championship, I do have the Packers and Cowboys, and here I have the Packers beating the Cowboys. I know the Cowboys fans are going to be hype after beating the reigning Super Bowl champions and stuff, but I just think this may be the Packers' year. I know I've honestly had faith in this Packers team. I thought that they were going to win it last year from the beginning, and obviously that came short against this Tampa team or against the Bucks. But I really think that the Cowboys here, they won't have what it takes to stop this top tier Packers defense and offense. I mean, I think that this could be a very high scoring game with the Packers defense. Has been kind of lacking the past couple this season, honestly, just in general. They haven't been the strongest that they've been, but in past seasons. But the Cowboys defense, I know that they've stepped up to where, I mean, people had them as being like one of the worst in the league, but they've obviously been a great defense. But this Packers offense may be considered one of, if not the best offense in the league. Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, obviously led by Aaron Rodgers with Devontae Adams, and I'm blanking.
Lazard.
There's just Lazard and MVS too. There's just so many receivers. I'm also Tunyon's out for the season, I think, but I just think that the Packers, this may be their season, as even if it's not, I'm finally getting past the NFC Championship and going to the Super Bowl.
You
I have
first. Yeah.
I have like Tay just said, he has matchup. I think Cooper Kupp is going to be big, man. I really don't think the Bucs secondary can deal with him. I know Tom Brady's the GOAT. Don't think I see their defense holding up like against the Cowboys. The Cowboys don't have, like, I know CD's good. I know Amari Cooper is good, but Cooper Kupp this season has been on like a completely different level. So go with the I'm gonna go with the Rams.
So in my matchup, I have the Rams and the Packers. And in Lambeau Field, you're not beating Green Bay unless your name is Tom Brady. And Tom Brady just got eliminated by Cooper Kupp, so in my opinion. So I'm going to take Green Bay by 7 against the Rams. Aaron Rodgers will feast. Devontae Adams will prove why he's the best receiver in the league, which we already know. Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon will be monsters because the Rams can't tackle in the cold. And, Green Bay is going to the Green Bay is going to the Super Bowl, so, yeah.
Okay, so let's go to the AFC. This is a lot more simpler. So we all have the same matchups, right?
Yeah.
All right, so Hudson, hit it out first with your predictions.
Buddy? Oh, he's muted. All right. You want to go first then?
Shoot, my bad.
Okay, you're good.
My bad, I was muted. Starting out with the 1 versus 4 seed. Actually, no, I'm gonna say Bills versus Chiefs. These are hard picks. I'll go Bills versus Chiefs. 2-3 versus the 3 seed. This is going to be at Arrowhead Stadium. At least it should be. And as much as I want to take the Bills here, because that's who I was originally going to take, I'm really thinking into it now. And the Chiefs have just been playing so well recently. I know that they lost to the Bengals and stuff, but can they? I don't know. I'm stuck here. I'm really where did the Chiefs play the Bengals? Was it in Cincy? It was, right?
In Cincinnati.
It was. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs here then. I was honestly about to take the Bills, but I'm thinking I just thought more about it. I mean they're gonna be playing in Arrowhead. I just think that the Chiefs, there's no way that they lose this game. And on the Titans side against the Bengals had a hell of a run. I had them having only like 5 wins this season. Now they're gonna be 5 wins. I was gonna say something, probably not though. I have them in the second round of the playoffs here, but I have their run coming short here, losing to the 1 seed in the AFC. The Titans have been crazy this season, and they probably will have Derrick Henry back for this game, right? He was rumored to possibly be playing Week 18, but with an extra week of rest, I think he should be playing this game, and it's going to be fun to see him finally back. But even without him, this Titans offense has been cooking the past couple weeks. And it will set up a 1 versus 2 matchup in the AFC, which is obviously, it usually never happens, so I'm probably wrong here somewhere. But I have the Titans versus Chiefs in the AFC Conference Championship. And going back to the Super Bowl for like 3rd year in a row or something, I have the Chiefs. I know the Titans have been great this season, even without losing their star running back, their best player. But I think the Chiefs have just been so good recently, and they will be playing in Tennessee. But still, I think that the Chiefs should be able to win this game, go to the Super Bowl as the 2 seed, and my Super Bowl matchup will be the Packers versus Chiefs.
All right, so let's start with the Titans game. So the Titans played the Bengals. I have the Titans. Derrick Henry, King Henry, he's back, man. He's gonna be running wild. And the Bengals had a great run, but it's unfortunately gonna come to an end. They had a really nice, young, fun team, man. But unfortunately, the Titans are gonna do it to them. So I have the Titans, and then Chiefs Bills. This is where I'm taking the upset. Give me Buffalo. The Chiefs cannot guard a parked car. You can literally take a lineup of citizens from a residence home and put them on the field, they still won't be able to guard them. I know, like, over these past couple games. So basically, like, there was like this big story about the Chiefs' defense becoming good again. But if you look at the teams that they played over that stretch, it was completely like Mickey Mouse team. They played like terrible teams. And then finally, when they came up against the Bengals, they got completely torched by Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow because they can stop a good team. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I'm gonna go with the Bills because I think Stephon Diggs is gonna run loud. I don't know anyone who can stop him on that Chiefs team. Montgomery's been coming into his own. I think that the Bills are rolling. I think Josh Allen has gotten into a groove. Very hard to stop his team, so I'll have the Bills.
Oh, what about your championship?
I respect that.
What about your
I respect
championship?
that.
Sorry. Between Bills and Titans. Oh, this is so tough because the first time they met, Derrick Henry absolutely ran wild. I think I have to go. I think the Bills are a more complete team. I don't really trust anyone on the Titans. I mean, AJ Brown maybe,
Defense.
but besides Derrick Henry, I think if the Bills can shut down Derrick Henry, they basically shut down the Titans. So I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills in our Super Bowl.
Interesting. So the two matchups are Bills and Chiefs, and Titans Bengals. I'm gonna take the Titans over the Bengals. I think that's the consensus pick between us. Derrick Henry's back, and I just feel like the Bengals are gonna have trouble guarding AJ Brown as well and Julio Jones. Just a potent offense in general. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Titans there, and Bills Chiefs, man. I'm gonna be scratching my head over this, but I've picked the Bills every time they've played against the Chiefs. But Arrowhead, I'm gonna take the Chiefs over the Bills. I just feel like the Bills are gonna have trouble guarding Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce like they did in the AFC Championship. The Chiefs are on a roll. I just feel like they're not going to be stopped. So, give me the Chiefs over the Bills. I don't care by what amount. And then in the AFC Championship, Chiefs Titans in Nashville. I'm going to take the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes will have his way against Tennessee's trash heap of a defense, especially in the secondary with their corners. And the fact that the Titans really don't have a pass rush. So Mahomes will have all day. They'll try to bracket Kelce. They'll try to bracket Tyreek Hill, two deep safeties. But the Chiefs have adapted this year. They've learned to run the football. I'm going to take the Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl. But, as I mentioned before, don't be surprised if the Steelers beat the Chiefs.
Oh, no.
I'm just saying, don't be surprised. Do not be surprised.
Bro, but you picked the Chiefs, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I did, but I'm just saying, don't be surprised.
And finally, in our Super Bowl matchups, what is yours? You have Packers versus Chiefs.
Yep.
I
I
also have Packers and Chiefs.
Who do you have again?
No, I have Bills Rams.
Oh yeah, that's right. I had Bills Rams from my preseason prediction. That was my Super Bowl matchup from before the season started, but my things have changed. But geez, man, Packers and Chiefs, this is tough. If we're talking offense, I'm probably going Packers. If we're talking defense, you're probably going Packers. Actually, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, you probably would.
All right, if you need more time, I can just make my pick now.
Yeah, somebody, let me think about this for a second.
Go ahead, Suas. I'll let you go first. Bills, Rams, who you got?
Chase, you go, because Chase, you. I already know you're picking the Packers. Just give
Yes,
me
I'm already taking the Packers. Aaron Rodgers deserves this ring. I've said it all year long. Aaron Rodgers was going to win this ring. So yeah, I feel like they're going to put on a show. Adams is going to torch every single Chiefs receiver or Chiefs corner. AJ Dillon won't be stopped. Aaron Jones will get going, and Rodgers will have a magnificent performance. He'll be listed as Super Bowl MVP. And the Chiefs are going to win. The Packers are going to win the Super Bowl. And the Chiefs won't have an answer for it. Mahomes. It'll be a close game because Mahomes is elite. He's the baby goat. But Rodgers is just better right now, in my opinion. So, yeah, I'm going to take Green Bay to win the Super Bowl.
Me, this will be in Buffalo because they're the higher seed.
Well, no, it's going to be.
It's going to be in Los Angeles.
Either way.
It's gonna no. The game's in Los Angeles, Suhas. What are you talking about?
The Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl. The Super Bowl. I'm tripping. Yeah. So LA Rams. Yeah, that doesn't really. They don't have fans anyway. But all right. Yeah. So the field advantage doesn't mean shit. But as far as the teams are concerned, I really love how the Bills are constructed. I love Stafford, obviously. But I just think that I don't know, man. Aaron Donald was there. Jalen Ramsey, Cam Akers is coming back. Cooper Kupp has been on a roll. But having said all that, I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen to win his first Super Bowl ring.
Go ahead, Hudson. This is all you.
All right. I think I've made my prediction. I had the Packers winning it all last year, basically. I had faith in them from like the beginning of the season to the end, and obviously it was cut short when they lost to Brady and the Bucks in that surprising game. But here, I think tides have turned in Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, I mean, we don't really know what the story on him is, but honestly, is he really going to end up getting traded? I mean, there's no way that that's actually going to happen. I think Aaron Rodgers, no matter what happens, I think this is going to be his season to do it. And I know, I've been saying it for a couple years now because I think there's been a ton of times where he could have done it, but I mean, they've just sold on him. And I think this season, the Packers defense and offense are going to be combining to beat this Chiefs team, take home the Super Bowl. I don't see anybody other than Aaron Rodgers winning Super Bowl MVP. Even if Devontae Adams has like 3 touchdowns, they're still going to look at the fact that Rodgers threw those 3 touchdowns. So I just don't see anybody else doing it. And Aaron Rodgers, to me, will take home Super Bowl MVP as the Packers will be your 2022 Super Bowl champions.
Okay, and that is the end of our playoff predictions. We'll quickly talk about the coaching news. Let's talk about Flores first, Hudson, because you have to go soon. But all right, Brian Flores got fired, very unexpected. Yeah, man, Hudson, lead it off. I want to hear this rant.
Let me just say, I was at school, obviously, Monday morning, and I was in math class, so I snuck my phone into the bathroom quickly, just hoping that none of my teachers are listening to this. But I just saw like the first. I was about to click to extend all the Twitter notifications when the first thing I saw was the 5 Reasons Sports Network saying Brian Flores was sacked as the Miami Dolphins head coach. I'm like, there's no way. So you go down, you see, Mike Zimmer, Vic Fangio from the day before, Vic Fangio, Mike Zimmer, and then Matt Nagy and stuff. Then Brian Flores is out as the Dolphins coach. I mean, what? I'm just shocked. I mean, for what? Why is he being sacked? Why is he being fired? I don't understand it. Greer was like, I just don't understand it. I mean, going to these betting odds right now, currently for the head coaching job, the Bills' offensive coordinator Brian DeBoll is the favorite for the Dolphins' job with 3-1 odds, and has second best odds with the Bears and Vikings. And then also the Bills' defensive coordinator is tied for the second best odds for the Broncos' job. Okay, I thought that it was going to show ours, I guess only. But it looks like the Bills' offensive coordinator is the guy, and he did work with Tua at Alabama, so there is some connectivity there. But also, Jim Caldwell has been a name mentioned. Jim Harbaugh. And Jim Harbaugh, by the way, was a name that I was like, first thing I thought when I saw Brian Flores was fired is that, those Jim Harbaugh rumors have been leaving Michigan. They've been heating up. And what I saw that, what's his face, as Stephen Roth said, is that he would not be the one to take Jim Harbaugh away from Michigan. Obviously, he's like very involved in that Michigan organization. But he said he's not going to be the one to take him, so I'm thinking, maybe he won't take him, but if Harbaugh wants to leave, by himself, I wouldn't mind. But then, obviously, they came out with the thing saying that there's no interest. There is kind of, but he will not be leaving Michigan. So, obviously, that's a no. And I don't know I don't think anybody else that we're going to get is going to be better than Flores. So I just don't understand what the move is there. Also, with Watson, I kind of rethought it again over and over again. and I think we may just be better off keeping Tua. Watson was a big reason. Flores wanted Herbert. Flores wanted Watson. Flores did not want Tua. Watson wanted to come to Miami. A big reason of it was because of Flores, and obviously firing him loses that advantage. And I just think trading for Watson is going to lose a ton of our draft capital, half of our salary for the offseason. And I think if we just keep Tua, you build around him with the O-line, you draft. If you want to, you can trade up. You have a ton of salary this offseason to sign a great offensive lineman. And to try to re-sign Ogba, Gesicki, those guys, and just build around Tua. And I don't know who our next head coach is going to be, but I'm sure Chris Greer will figure it out one way or another.
Yeah, that was stupid hiring. Stupid firing. So, yeah, I really don't have much to say. The Dolphins are just doing dumb stuff as usual. I don't know who they're gonna hire, but yeah, like stupid firing.
They just
Sorry, I was muted on accident. I was surprised, man. Brian Flores really made a turnaround during the season. I agreed with you, Hudson, at the midway point they should have been fired. But he really turned it around. But I'm still shocked. He did not deserve to be fired at all. In fact, I'm surprised that guys like Joe Judge stayed around longer than Brian Flores did. But Joe Judge did get fired today, not surprisingly. But a guy like Matt Rule hasn't gotten fired yet. But Brian Flores did, which doesn't make sense. Flores did a nice job coming back after the way he started. He really rebounded, and a team with the most salary cap in the league. I really don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me at all. So, that's just my take. The Dolphins, I don't know who you're going to hire now. It's going to be interesting, but Hudson, I would not be pleased if I were you.
No.
I do have on who they might consider. So, this comes from my boy, Barry Jackson. Hudson knows about him. All right, so the Dolphins have put in requests for Kellen Moore and Vance Joseph.
Kellen Moore's a really good dude. He knows what he's doing.
Kellen Moore. I thought I wouldn't really mind him, but it's just not the guy I would think that we would hire. I just don't think that we're gonna end up hiring. I think we're gonna hire some type of defensive coordinator.
Bring
who?
Adam Gase.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, he can stay with Saban.
Wait, Gase is with Alabama right now?
Alabama, is he?
He's the defensive coordinator
No
at
wonder
Alabama.
they played so bad
Yeah,
yesterday.
no shit, they lost. Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, exactly. He's literally losing potion.
Anyways,
but yeah, what you texted me like what you texted us before? Who you guys looking to hire? Dan Quinn. That doesn't make any sense, bro.
Dan Quinn was another one. He's basically
a more watered down version of Flores. Flores was a defensive coordinator for the Patriots and literally made your defense really good. He got fired because the offense wasn't good enough. Now they're talking about Dan Quinn, who's worse defensive coordinator than Flores and cannot do anything offensively either.
Also, Dan Quinn with the Cowboys. We all downed kind of the Cowboys' defense as the biggest flaw, obviously, on that team. But we saw how he kind of turned that defense. I don't want to say how he did it because it was.
I don't think your defense is your issue.
No. It's definitely not. But we just
because if you wanted a good defense, you might as well just kept Flores.
Wait, what a shot, Charlie! Sorry, the Canes. Oh my God, the Canes may have just had a game-winning 3. FSU, big time rival. Okay, big time play.
Like I was saying, but this probably means they're siding with Tua. Like this is probably Tua staying long term.
Yeah.
I think it. Oh, you say we're gonna move on?
No,
from
I
Tua?
think this means Tua staying long term.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't think you guys
Flores,
have any.
you know
Yeah.
Flores doesn't want to keep Tua around.
Oh yeah, no. Of course. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying before. That Flores was the one that wanted to draft Herbert, which obviously was kind of right. But another person was saying that if Flores really wanted Herbert, they would have taken him, considering how much power he has in that front office as the head coach. That they would have taken Herbert, but I think in the end, he also wanted to trade for Watson, and it seems that Chris Greer just didn't want any more of that nonsense. It seems maybe he was getting into his head. I mean, kind of it wasn't. We were on a 7-game winning streak, but I don't want to say just one thing in particular for the Miami Dolphins in future seasons. Get off to better starts. I'm not asking you to win 7 out of your first 8 games. I'm not asking you to go undefeated in your first 8 games or whatever. But even if we go 4-4, I would have still kind of been disappointed. But 4-4, you add that. I mean, I don't want to say 7-game win streak, but even if we go 6-2 or something, I mean that's still adding up to 10, 11 wins, which is a playoff team in this season. So just that 1-7 start just absolutely hurt us against the Jaguars, against the Falcons. Those are games that you can't just put aside, and you gotta focus just a week at a time. And I just hope that we can get off to a better start this season. 5, 4, 3.
One thing that I wanted to say.
Yes. Oh
when
shit!
Flores got fired, I saw a lot of the defensive players mourning his loss and saying that's tough and all that. But none of the offensive players said Devontae Parker liked to tweet that he was fired, and I don't see any of the offensive. So I think it was issues with the offense because the defense was what the hell?
Yo, that's not a foul. I mean the defense this season was real. I mean weeks 1 through 7. I mean weeks 1 through 8. Everybody was just awful, plain awful.
But I'm saying there might be a tension between the offense and Flores because I know none of the offensive players came out and said anything. It was the defensive players who were
It was Nick Needham and Raekwon.
Yeah.
Those guys were they were. I mean, I think Nick Needham was he said on Twitter, he was I'm sick, and I think Robert Hunt actually was
as far as Devontae Parker liked a tweet that he got fired.
Yeah, I know. It's. I mean, there's kind of I think what Barry Jackson it was somebody Travis Wing. It was somebody close to the Dolphins. They said shit. Hold on, sorry. This is for the game right here. FSU shooting free throws. Tie game with 0.8 seconds left.
Okay, but while that happens, there were some other fires as well. Obviously.
Fuck! Damn it! How do you...
The Bears doesn't go on you,
Shit.
but Bears fired their head coach and GM. Complete clean house there. They just the rumors to get Flores.
Fuck. I mean, didn't they request the interview already?
Yeah, they did. I mean, it might happen. They're the only team who's requested Flores. But that's good for them if they get him.
Yeah.
Their defense has been terrible. And then Broncos fired Vic Fangio. They requested an interview with Aaron Glenn, Lions defensive coordinator, and other people as well. But I just saw Aaron Glenn because he was with the Lions. Aaron Glenn is very good. He's I don't want to see him go. He's a very good defensive coordinator. The Giants just fired Joe Judge and their GM.
I mean,
the Jaguars
he
and Raiders
deserved to be fired, though.
Yeah, he did. The Jaguars and Raiders both have interim. But I like the Raiders. Rich Bisaccia or something like that. He did a great job. And then the Vikings fired their head coach as well, Mike Zimmer, which is pretty much expected.
That was expected too.
But I don't know who can replace these guys. I've heard rumors of Doug Peterson coming out. I don't know. It'll be.
Oh, shit.
I don't know what the Panther situation with Matt Rule is, but
okay, I've heard this from someone, but from their source, a source, it may or may not happen, but Matt Rule has a possibility of being fired within the next few days. A possibility.
Matt Rule has an 0-7 record versus every coach has been fired.
Every coach has been fired. I know. I was just about to say that.
They lost to Vic Fangio. They lost to Judge Flores, Zimmer twice.
Yep.
Matt Nagy and John Gruden.
Yep. Not Matt Nagy twice. Matt Nagy twice. No, just once. Matt Nagy
No,
once.
Mike Zimmer twice.
Yes, Mike Zimmer twice.
That's the-
My bad. Mike Zimmer twice. Correct.
Yeah,
That's crazy though. Like,
yeah, that's ridiculous.
I mean, look, I don't mind giving him another year, like I said before, but if he does not he does not live up to expectations this year, he will 100% get fired. The buyout is going to be. The thing is, if we fire him, the buyout is terrible. Like he's gonna get paid. Like Tepper's like gonna get zero investment out of it. So I really don't know. Like it's iffy if we fire him. So we'll see. We'll see though.
And apparently Cam is coming back, I think.
It's not he's coming back. There's a possibility he
Oh.
can. They're willing to take
the
him.
Panthers want it back, right?
Yes.
Yeah, back and yeah, Deshaun Watson. Where does Deshaun Watson go now? I think Deshaun Watson goes to the Broncos, to be honest.
I'd watch Pittsburgh too. Honestly.
Yeah, Pittsburgh is very interesting.
Pittsburgh is interesting. Pittsburgh actually, I think it depends. If Flores somehow goes to the Broncos, I can see Deshaun Watson going there too.
Oh yeah, because obviously Flores is going to try to recruit Watson wherever he goes.
Yeah.
And Broncos would be a team
To be
for
honest,
sure.
I don't see Aaron Rodgers leaving, and I don't see Russell Wilson leaving. I think they're both staying.
Although Flores developing, if he ends up going to Chicago, it would be interesting seeing Flores. I mean, obviously, I wish him the best of luck. I mean, Adam Gase, I just told him to screw off and just fail somewhere else. But Flores, like, if he goes to Chicago, I would be interested to see how Justin Fields develops under a system, or what Flores would do with the quarterback situation in Denver. It'd be fun to see where he goes.
That's crazy. You were telling Adam Gase to screw off when you brought your only winning season without Flores.
It wasn't even him. It was not
He's
even
right.
him. He did not do anything good.
Yeah. The Dolphins are just in turmoil. Hudson, who do you want to see as a coach before we wrap up?
I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards. I don't want to go like Dan Quinn or Doug Peterson or anything like that. I mean, I would love the Eric
The enemy.
Eric, I mean, teams have been trying to get him for years though, so I really don't think that's happening. But if we're talking realistically, one of the guys we've interviewed, like I said, was the Bills' offensive coordinator, Brian DeBull, who, like I said, was at Bama with Tua for a little bit, so there could be something there. I wouldn't really mind that because obviously that offense in Buffalo has been killing. So I would not mind if we took him when they were done with their season. So it's going to be interesting, though. It's going to be. I know I'm going to be the first one to overreact, saying future coach of the year incoming, but we'll see.
Oh yeah, that's where we're gonna wrap up. Leave, like, subscribe, and comment down below. We'll see you guys later as always. Peace.